insane life update, unlike Zelensky, I actually do care about the next generation. That was pretty vague. You can come to whatever conclusion you want, but I'm not going to be streaming for the next couple of days. I'll be recording videos offline. Realistically, life is great. God is amazing. I thank God every day for my career and for all of you. I apologize for the audio of this video going forward. I'll be real. I forgot to plug in the mic. It's not good. It's not healthy. But life is amazing. All right. And this video is fire. So enjoy. All right. I'll give you updates later. And definitely subscribe. I am going to be going probably 1,000 times harder moving forward than I've been going now. This world is rotten, and I will be calling retards to fix it. Or, you know, until they kill me. Whatever comes first.
This is the glorious president of the Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky. Now look at him go. Look at that baby go. Yes. Yes, look at him go! Anyway, Vladimir Zelensky is known for many things. One, being a male dancer, stripper-looking fellow over here. And two, taking part in one of the largest wars since the World War II. Alright, it's a bit of a situation. So this was him. This was Zelensky before things went down. And currently, things are, let's just say, heating up. Donald Trump, president of the United States, orangest man in all of the land, he has just done a press briefing with Zelensky since last time, where, let's just say, he told him to say please and thank you, and bitched about him for not wearing a suit. Incredibly based stuff. A little bit of Zelensky humiliation goes a long way. Now, Putin was just in America just a couple days ago. I just made a video on it. And of course, the leftists are all mad because, you know, obviously leftists don't want Trump to stop wars, because if they stop wars, then what are they going to bitch about? You see, the modern libtard needs to figure out what to bitch about at any given point in time. It's really not easy. Now, Trump promised to stop the war in Russia and Ukraine on day one. That didn't happen. So this has been primo S-tier bitching for your average libtard. If he does stop the war, true thousands of people will stop dying every week, but you'll have to find a whole new thing to bitch about, like Sydney Sweeney wearing jeans or some shit. Anyway, this was Putin in the United States a couple days ago, taking questions from the press.
Thank you, press. Let's go.
He has never heard of such a thing before. A press? Asking questions? A press? This is hilarious. In Mother Russia, we tell press what to say. Press does not fucking, slander us, okay? Press doesn't slander us. They're controlled by us. It's a whole different thing, different ball game. Instead of it being propaganda to make you hate specific politicians, it's propaganda to make you love certain politicians. It's a whole other thing. Now, to be clear, this is Vladimir Zelensky, not to be confused with Vladimir Putin. This is him arriving in America, meeting up with the Donald for the first time since their last crash out, and since meeting at the Pope's funeral. They've had quite the track record. And let's just say his tune has shifted immensely. Alright, he is not the same little bitch boy that showed up a little bit ago. Now, if you want my insider scoop and lore on the actual Russia versus Ukraine war, it doesn't make anybody happy. I'm not actually pro-Russia, which apparently is not a good thing these days, according to some people. And I'm also not, like, super pro-Zelensky here either, because realistically, I think that there needs to be a peace deal, and unfortunately, Ukraine is going to need to give up some area to Russia, because realistically, Russia's winning the fucking war. Alright, now, this is either going to be a forever war that drags all the other countries into it, which is what Zelensky wants, or it's not, and Russia's literally stronger. So, make a peace deal, give them some land, redraw some maps, hopefully people stop dying. It's the solution that nobody's happy with. Russia wants all of Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't want any of it to go to Russia. But unfortunately, life works that way, alright? Compromise would not exist if everyone always got what they wanted. It's a messy, sad solution, but in my opinion, it's the only solution. And you know who else thinks that way? Donald Trump, the guy trying to stop the war. Unlike, you know, Vladimir Putin, who doesn't really want to stop the war. And unlike Zelensky, who also doesn't really want to stop the war. So anyway, this is Zelensky showing up to America to meet Trump for the first time, and you will notice something very interesting. Here he comes, and look what he gestures to immediately. Look at that! Wow! You're wearing a suit, Mr. Zelensky. What happened? For those of you that don't remember last time, there was a bit of a crash out because he showed up in like fucking gym shorts or some shit to the White House. He showed up in like epic badass attire. I do not wear a suit because I am in war, and in war we cannot dress up. I cannot wear tie because of war, which is a logic that no one will ever understand. But you know, it's bros LARPing big time here. All right, again, not a big fan of any of the players in this fucking game. Listen, man, I don't want to see people dying, but Putin versus Zelensky is literally two retards fighting, which is the cream of the crop on this channel. Definitely subscribe. Let's up those numbers. So this is their meeting. He's like, oh my god, you're wearing a suit. A suit. I've never seen it before. No, but real. Vladimir Zelensky and Vladimir Putin over there, both of them are like 5'3", like short man syndrome, the war, and thousands of casualties happen every week. This is tragic. Anyway, after being 10 minutes late to the White House, Zelensky arrives in a suit. This is diabolical. Now, obviously, this is crazy. Now, the libtards, you know, I showed in my previous video all the leftists losing their fucking mind. They're all so mad. They're like, no! Why is Trump working on a peace deal? I showed this in my previous video with Putin. Like, it is glorious levels of crash out. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's impressive, personally. I have never seen someone mad that someone's trying to end a war. But hey, look, man, when it comes to the libtards, bitching is the goal. Peace is secondary to the bitching. I've noticed this due to immense research. All right, I have endless receipts for this one. It's a good one. Now, this is what they had to say. This over here is the Finland president, and he stunned the world. Well, let's just see what he said.
In the past 2 weeks, we've probably had more progress in ending this war than we have in the past 3.5 years.
Well, in the last 2 weeks, who was president? Trump, meeting up with Putin and Zelensky and stuff like that. Right. So lots of progress, according to, I don't know, fucking Finland. All right. But in the last 3.5 years, who was president for 3 of those 3.5 years? I don't remember, actually. I don't even know who was president, to be honest. Like, I was going to say Biden. Like, that was going to be the big reveal at the end. I was going to be like, whoop, she fucking pull the mask off, the Scooby-Doo villain, and it's Biden. But I don't even know. I don't know who was running the country for 4 years. It's one of the biggest scandals in American history that no one actually wants to talk about. But what we are acknowledging is that more progress is made in the last 2 weeks than the last 3.5 years. This is a good thing. I want to see people stopping to die, if at all possible. Please stay in the land of the living if you can.
And I think the fact that we're around this table today is very much symbolic in the sense that it's Team Europe and Team United States helping Ukraine. And the progress that we're looking out of this meeting is about the security guarantees. In the past
So you notice the insanity over here is that there is progress being made, as much as people don't like to say it. The libtards are living in fucking denial Delulu land, trying their absolute best to make a war keep going. Breaking news, President Donald Trump has announced that a summit with Putin and Zelensky is being scheduled, followed what he called a very good meeting. And I'll be honest, this is insane. Putin and Zelensky haven't spoken since this war started. This is absolutely diabolical. Like, this is ridiculous. And that's what a little bit of diplomacy gets you, I guess, instead of the Biden method of,
I think we're gonna give $300 billion to Ukraine. They don't have to buy our weapons. We'll give it to them for free. And also, Vladimir Putin is canceled because he's transphobic. Oh, because he's a fascist. Yeah, that's the one.
and he closed off all discussions with Putin. Obviously, you do not make peace if you stop all discussions with one of the fucking parties of a war. But then again, hey, I'm just a blue retard on the internet. Don't take me too seriously. So one thing that people are starting to notice is Zelensky learned something from his last trip to the White House. Last time he went to the White House, Zelensky was, let's just say, he was not received well. All right, he was super grouchy. Biden was giving him billions of dollars every year, to a total of estimated between $200 and $350 billion given to him from America to Ukraine, thanks to Sleepy Joe. And we didn't even get a thank you, bro. And this was a point of contention, because one thing you have to understand about Donald Trump, okay? One thing you have to understand, you must glaze this man. Right? If you do not kiss his tuchus, you are not getting shit. You are cooked. So anyway, a lot of people have noticed something really interesting here. And it's the glazing.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
He said it.
Thank you.
First of all, thank
All
you.
right, so the first thing he says is thank you. The second thing he says is thank you. So the first two things he says is thank you.
Invitation, and thank you very much for your
The third thing he says is thank you.
efforts.
Yeah, bro's learning a little thing called humility, isn't he?
As you listen to Russia and
wow.
Ukraine, which side
wow.
has the better cards?
Well, I don't want to say that. I'm just.
Which has the better cards? Because last time he said to Zelensky, I have the cards. I have all the cards. You don't have the cards. All right, we're gonna watch this entire Trump-Zelensky meeting in just a minute. I just wanted to show you the thank you highlight reel.
They're actually baiting him so hard.
Oh, true.
Who has the... They really want him
I have the
do it
cards.
again.
Oh, true. The media wants war. You have to understand how diabolical this is. The media wants war because they get headlines. The media wants war because they could lambast Trump for not being able to end the war. They are the most vindictive, vicious, evil motherfuckers out there. Bro, I get Putin looking at the media like they're retards. All right, I totally understand Putin making this face looking at the media. Like, what are you doing? Well, literally, he's like, I thought media was supposed to further the goals of the country. Not in America. In America, the medias are supposed to further the goals of the media, making money off the media.
Joe Biden's war.
And the fucking pedophile ring that's running the country.
He's the one that
Yep.
had a lot to do with this happening,
Yep,
and
yep.
we want to get it ended.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple of years? Or
Insane line of questioning. All right, we're locking in. We're doing the fucking interview.
Bro, this guy's questions are crazy.
Thank you for your question. So
He says thank you again. I love this timeline, bro. A little bit of humility. Bro, listen, man. The United States gave him $350 billion. If you don't walk in there fucking brown-nosing, you are doing something wrong, all right? Literally. You got to do what every other country does and get in line and lick Trump's balls. That's the maneuver. Listen, man. If America's giving you $350 billion, bro, Trump's balls deserve some shining. I'm not gonna lie. It's important. It's important, okay? It's the least you could do. Gratitude is the least you could do.
first of all,
Thank you for your question. Yeah, right.
and we supported the idea of the United States, of personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war. I think this
That's
is
good
where
because I remember last time.
That's right. That's right. Last time he had this interview with Trump, I think it's important to mention, he didn't want to end the war diplomatically. He came in there, he's like, what about security concerns? What about all the parts of Ukraine that was already taken by Russia? We need all of that shit back. And Trump is like, no, let's make a deal. Let's talk about rare earth minerals. We'll put our people there so that Russia won't want to invade. And Zelensky's like, Russia bad, Russia dictator, Putin evil. Give me money.
He said he wasn't on board with that. Like, he
True.
didn't want to do that. Yeah, I
True.
can see this actually getting resolved at this point.
True! People don't understand this, I think, from the outside. Because from the outset, if you just look at this with a very surface level understanding, you see the war that's going on, and you're like, okay, Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia's the bad guy. Ukraine is the good guy. Ukraine, it's not fair for Ukraine to lose. It's not fair. Because life is always fair. So it's so not fair that Ukraine is going to lose land to Russia. If you lived in real life, though, you would recognize that Zelensky and Putin both don't want this war to end, for their own reasons. Zelensky doesn't want the war to end because, well, first of all, if Putin ends the war, his people eat him alive, unless he gets some sort of victory dance, right? Like he conquered some territory, or now he gets to make some deal with America or something like that. When it comes to Zelensky, currently he is not holding elections because it's at war, right? It's a country at war, no elections, so he is in power. Making millions, all right? I'm not saying that that's why he's keeping it going, but also, you have to realize that as it stands, he's not willing to make peace either, because he's not willing to make peace unless he gets included in NATO, or gets security defense promises, or gets all sorts of crazy shit. It is a case of two people butting heads with each other, and neither side has any reason personally to want to back down. And that's what we saw last time. And Trump played the hard game. Trump didn't fall for it. And the media literally destroyed Trump over this. They tried their absolute best to flame him in every way possible. Trump isn't trying to make peace. Trump threw Zelensky out. Why was he mean to Zelensky? Ukraine is a democracy, unlike Russia, which is a dictatorship. Why are we being mean to Ukraine? And now look who comes crawling back. Look who comes crawling back. Someone who thought that they can get whatever they wanted, that they could push around the orange meatball, but they could not.
You look fabulous in that suit.
Yeah, it's the same guy as last time!
Oh. That's the one that attacked you last time. I remember that.
I apologize to you. You look wonderful.
So the same guy that was talking shit about not wearing the suit next
He
time.
came back!
We're happy that he's wearing
He came back! Dude, this is literally like the final arc of Naruto where all the characters return for like the final alliance. Dude, this is crazy. I mean, he dressed for a funeral, but at least it's a suit.
the suit. Oh my, he actually looks good in it. He does. He does. Things are looking like this could actually get
I know, dude! Oh my god, but Trump is orange and a fascist, but he gets shit done. Listen, man, what do you want me to say? He gets it done, bro.
God willing, we get peace. Are you open to holding an election in your country?
Oh, crazy question.
We are open for election, yes.
During the war, you can't have elections. So let me just say, 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections?
I have to watch this whole interview. Oh, we're watching this whole interview in a minute. Oh my fucking god, dude, Trump is such a troll. It's insane. He's such a troll. It's crazy. Bro, dude, holy fucking shit. I cannot believe you just said that. Oh my god. Cryo Trump every 4 years.
You know what the N-word is?
Get nuclear.
No.
say this. Exploit learned. I guess so, guys.
Damn. That is absolutely diabolical. All right, we're watching the meeting. Apparently, it's so much crazier than just that 2-minute clip. All right, lock in, boys and girl. Lock in, boys and girl. I'm ready. Let's see what we got. Let's see the short man and the orange man. Who could... Bro, this is literally Goku and Vegeta. It's the short man and the orange man. I cannot believe it. All right, let's see what we got. Hello. I am orange. He's short. Welcome to the Saiyan saga of the United States.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor
to
have the president of Ukraine with us.
Right, they get along so well
We've
also,
had a lot of good
which is nice.
A lot of good talks, and I think progress is being made, very substantial progress in many ways. We had a good meeting, as you know, just a short while ago with the president of Russia.
True.
And I think
Putin.
There's a possibility that something could come out, and today's meeting is very important.
Listen, Zelensky, I tell you exactly how you deal with Putin. You Putin penis into your throat, and after you Putin your throat penis, everything opens up. The world is your oyster. Oh my God.
Seven very powerful leaders from Europe.
Yep.
And we're going to be meeting with them right after this meeting. And thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, this is some insane aura farming. The fact that he was here just like 6 months ago. They threw him out, and now he's back. Attitude changed, wearing a suit, saying thank you. Dog, dude, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. The history books will look back at Trump's presidency in one of two ways. In one of two very drastically different ways.
Well, thank you for invitation and
thank you again.
Efforts.
Thank you, especially.
Efforts to stop killings and stop this war.
Yes, please and thank you. And please and thank you.
Using this opportunity, many thanks to your wife.
Thanks to your wife. Bro's thanking everybody. Dude needs to open up a thank you card gift shop in the White House with Zelensky's face on it.
She sent a letter to Putin about our children.
Yeah, yes. We did cover that in the previous Putin video. Dude, the liberal crash outs are amazing. They're really so good. It's like, here you have a dude working 20-hour days trying to make peace, and they're like, I can't believe he was dog-walked by Putin. The Jews control America until Russia controls America, and then Russia controls America, and then the Jews control America. They can't figure it out. I've noticed that they can't figure it out.
My wife, she first lady of Ukraine, she gave the letter. It's not to you, to your wife.
Oh.
I want it.
Bro literally brought a thank you note. That is diabolical. That is absolutely crazy. Peak cinema. Dude came in here, thanked everyone in the room, and then gave a thank you note for Trump to deliver to his wife. Is this not insane?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We are saying this sensitive topic. Yes, please. And thanks to our partners and that you supported this format. That after our meeting we're gonna have leaders who are around us.
Leaders.
UK and France, Germany.
Leaders of the UK and France. Oh my God, dude. The retard Avengers are here.
Finland, EU, NATO. I mean, all partners around Ukraine supporting us. Thanks to them and thank you very much for.
Thank you very much for being here.
Bro, dude, the media just jumps right in. These people, I'm telling you, man, I totally get Putin. He's so right. He's so right. The way he looked at the media, so accurate.
Yes, Peter, go ahead.
Thank you, President Trump. So, President Zelensky, you say in a post on X today, Russia must end this war, which it itself started.
Oh, shit.
President Trump, you say President Zelensky of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, which is it?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think.
I love how Trump's like, yeah, because both are true. Russia could end the war, and Ukraine could end the war. Now, hopefully we do it in a way where the most people survive and where the faster the peace agreement actually happens. I think, yeah, true.
We're going to have a meeting. I think if everything works out well today, we'll have a trilateral. And I think there will be a reasonable chance of ending the war when we do that.
And is this the end of the road for American support for Ukraine? Is today's meeting deal or no deal?
I can never say that. It's never the
There's always another deal. Did you learn nothing, you foolish reporter, stupid boy? You foolish, stupid boy. There's never no deal, ever. Never. It's always come back with a better offer. Every single time. There's no such thing as we're never making a deal. I have all the cards!
end of the road. People are being killed, and we want to stop that.
Yeah.
So I would not say it's the end of the road. No, I think we have a good chance of doing it. It's been almost 4 years now that a lot of people were killed last week. A lot of people last week. I mean, millions of people killed, but a lot of people last week for whatever reason. A big number, a lot of soldiers, on both sides. And I know the president, I know myself, and I believe Vladimir Putin wants to see it ended.
And as you met with Putin on Friday, today you got President Zelensky here.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You listen to Russia.
I don't know. I feel like it's always like right before they know that there's a ceasefire of some sort's coming, they both try to get their last licks in. I don't know if it's sad to hear, but it's like that in all the wars. I remember with Israel and Iran, right before the ceasefire went into effect, they bombed the shit out of each other. And I don't know, man. I mean, well, to be honest, Israel blocked all the bombs and Israel bombed the shit out of them. But if we want to be completely accurate, it's crazy. I really feel like this is kind of the strat.
Ukraine. Which side has the better cards?
Oh my god, dude.
I'm just here.
Who has the cards?
This is Joe Biden's war.
Never would have started if I was president.
Had a lot to do with this happening, and we want to get it ended. And we want it to end good for everybody. We want it to end good. The people of Ukraine have suffered incredibly.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple years? Or are you going to agree to redraw the maps?
So, I'll be honest, fucking good question. This is the question. This isn't just a question. This is the question. Russia will never capitulate and give all the land back. If Zelensky's not willing to bargain and give some of the land, and acknowledge that some of the land that was conquered by Russia is now going to be Russia, the war will never end. The war will never end. Ever. Unless it becomes some World War III, every country gets involved, and ain't nobody wants that shit to happen. Alright? Well, I mean, Zelensky does. But nobody else wants that shit to happen. Unfortunately, that's the reality of life. Either the war goes on, or you capitulate to some of Putin's demands and acknowledge that some of the land conquered goes to him. It's a sad answer. It's a sad answer. But unfortunately, I really think it's kind of the only answer. I don't know. Look at Destiny's thumbnail. Hold on. What happened to Destiny's thumbnail? Apparently, Trump messed up bad with Putin. Bro, what are we even doing? Well, what are we even doing, guys? Literally. Dude, stop. Look at Hassan's thumbnail. Oh my god. Do they all do this shtick? Do they all do the same shtick? I feel like they all do it. Trump took the L! Bro, what are we even doing? Winner! What do you mean winner? Is there a Russia versus Ukraine war I don't know about? Oh my god, these people are such soy boys, it's amazing.
Thank you for your question. So,
yeah, thank you. Yeah, sure, thank you.
We live...
Would you like to die in war or give up land? Thank you so much for your question.
Under each day attacks, you know, that today have been a lot of attacks and a lot of wounded people and the child dead.
Yeah.
One
it sucks, man. War is fucked up.
We need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support, American and European partners, and we will do our best.
The Trump inhale when he says, and of course we need support, and he's just like, don't you do this again, little man.
For this, so, and I think we show that we are strong people, and we supported the idea of the United States, of personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war.
Yeah, well, that involves giving up some land, bro.
Trilateral, as President said.
Oh my god.
About trilateral. I think this is very good. Thank you.
Mr. President.
That was not an answer. Do you plan on having the war continue or giving some land up to Putin? Well, we have support from America, and of course, diplomacy is important. And obviously, I put my pants on one nipple at a time, like everybody else.
If the peace deal will be achieved, are you going to be willing to send American peacekeepers to Ukraine?
Well, we're going to work with Ukraine.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Make sure that if there's peace, the peace is going to stay long term. This is very long term. We're not talking about a 2-year peace and then we end up
base. Holy base.
Everything's good. We'll work with Russia. We're going to work with Ukraine.
Mega based.
And I think if we can get to peace, it's going to work. I have no doubt about it.
All right. Pray for peace, gamers.
Your team has talked about security guarantees. Could that involve U.S. troops? Would you rule that out?
We'll let you know that maybe later today.
Oh shit! Now, obviously, I don't want U.S. troops going anywhere to fight other people's wars. To be honest, unless it poses a direct threat to the U.S., I don't really want to see, actual U.S. troops dying in other lands. It doesn't matter for what country. All right, doesn't matter if it's Ukraine or Israel or any other. I don't want to see U.S. troops going. I've said this the whole time. I've been mega uber consistent. All right, maybe a B-2 bomber or two we could deal with, but actual U.S. troops, boots on the ground, nobody wants that shit. But I do appreciate the way Trump answered this question, that he's saying you're not ruling it out. Listen, man. When it comes to business or trade deals, you got to keep all the cards close to your chest. Everything needs to be possible. The moment you rule something out, the other side of the bargaining, of the people bargaining, is immediately getting an advantage, right? If Putin is going into a peace deal thinking that there's a possibility of American troops on the ground, it definitely gives Trump a lot more leverage. Whereas if Trump already says we're never sending troops, Putin knows that there is a hard line he can't cross. I think this answer is good, even though the media will absolutely spin it to saying Trump is considering sending troops to Ukraine. I don't even have a doubt.
We're meeting with 7 great leaders of great countries also.
Great countries. I don't know about the leaders.
And we'll be talking about that. They'll all be involved, but there'll be a lot of help when it comes to security. There's going to be a lot of help. It's going to be good. They are a first line of defense because they're there. They're Europe.
True.
But we're going to help them out also. We'll be involved.
Vladimir mentioned that the war will not end without addressing the root causes of this war. Have you had an understanding what are the root causes of this war?
Well, look. The war is going to end. When it ends, I can't tell you, but the war is going to end, and this gentleman wants it to end, and Vladimir Putin wants it to end.
Sort of.
The whole world is tired of it. And it was, I've done 6 wars. I've ended 6 wars, and I thought this maybe would be the easiest one, and it's not the easiest one.
Damn.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Bro, dude, he's really good at patting himself on the back. I don't know if you've noticed. But Trump, he is pretty good about reminding the world of his accomplishments. I don't know if you know. All 7 swing states, all 6 world wars. Every single person loves me. They said I was handsome. It wasn't me. They said it. The apple of my eye. The hottest country.
A lot of reasons for it, and they'll be talking about it for a long time, but they'll be talking about the others. Look, India, Pakistan, we're talking about the big places.
Rwanda, Congo, Azerbaijan.
Go to Africa and take a look at that.
Rwanda.
Republic of the Congo.
Dude, he's going! He does not stop the glazing.
Years.
By the way, a lot of people don't know this. 5.5 million people were killed in the Congo. I feel like it's important to mention the numbers because people don't know what's going on. People don't realize that there's actual incredible starvations going on right now in Sudan. I don't know why the blue retard on the internet, feels the need to do this. But I don't know. It's just frustrating. You walk out of your house and you see a couple of retards protesting for one thing, one issue is on everybody's mind, and it is literally a world of issues that no one actually gives a shit about. It just goes to show how easily the media manipulates people.
And so we've done a total of 6, and we really have 6, not including the fact that we obliterated, and it turned out to be a total obliteration, the nuclear as you said, the nuclear capability of Iran.
B2 for double base.
I think we're going to get solved also. I feel confident we're going to get it solved.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. President. Can you tell us about your conversations with European leaders and what they need to see to support an end to the war?
I'll tell you all about my conversations with European leaders. So I insulted the president, the Prime Minister of England, and then he tried to have me arrested for breaking free speech laws.
Well, we're going to be meeting with a great representative group and 7 very powerful, very big countries and great people, all friends of mine. And
7 great countries and friends.
Friends of yours. And we're going to have some suggestions made. They want to see peace. They would like to see peace.
Yeah.
In the red.
All right, lesson learned. If you want to become a reporter asking Trump questions in the White House, wear red.
For Ukraine,
have a lasting peace. Just to answer the first part of your question, we're going to have a lasting peace.
Hope so.
I hope it's going to be immediately.
So. Yeah.
I hope it doesn't have to go on. And,
dude, the war is fucking brutal. It's so sad.
Be very happy when that's announced. Yeah.
It's so sad that you have like thousands and thousands of people just going to die for like, I mean, I don't want to say for no reason, but like ultimately because of a couple of selfish people. Like it's insane to look at the world and recognize how dangerous just a couple of individuals could really be. I don't know, man. Shit's fucked. That's why you gotta subscribe to the Blue Jew for updates on stuff. You know, I'm busy controlling the weather. It's not easy controlling the weather, but I manage.
On social media, Mr. President, a very touching letter from the First Lady, and the letter was hand-delivered to President Putin, and it calls for an end to the war, essentially, because of the children and the children's future. Why did the First Lady feel that letter was necessary? Was it because she believes that Mr. Putin...
Dude, I don't understand why the media is so retarded. It's like every question has a point and a bias.
Your wife wrote a letter saying, please stop killing babies. What did she mean by that, Mr. President?
What have you been doing?
Is the aggressor in the war.
Did she try to say that Putin bad? Trump, could you condemn Putin? Could you say Putin bad because he's a tyrant?
That's literally what the left has been screaming about for the last fucking month, and it is so annoying. 6 months.
Say Putin bad. Say Putin bad.
He's trying to make a peace deal. He can't just go out there and say Putin bad, bro. These people are retarded.
It's a similar letter being hand-delivered to President Zelensky.
So the First Lady felt very strongly. She's watched the same thing that you watch and that I watch. I see things that you don't get to see, and it's horrible. But when she's got a great love of children, she has a wonderful son.
Lots of people in the government seem to have a love for children. Okay, that was dark.
That she loves probably more than anybody, including me. I hate to say it, but
damn,
she loves her son.
She's been amazing. She's been really, really good. Melania.
She hates to see something.
Melania.
And that goes for other wars too. I mean, she sees the
She is easily in my top 5 wives of all time.
The heartbreak, the parents, the funerals that you see on television. Always funerals.
Yeah.
We want to see something other than funerals. No, she felt
heartbreaking shit.
A beautiful letter. It was very well received by him, and she did ask me to say, you know, she would love to see this end. She would love to see it end, and she says it very openly, very proudly, and with great sorrow because so many people have been killed.
President, last week.
Brian, go ahead, Brian.
Yes, sir. I've got a question for each of you.
Yes.
Brian.
President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
Yes!
Yeah,
what a
the
suit!
Same thing. Yeah. Isn't that nice? That's the one that attacked you last time.
Yes, I remember. He humiliated me on television for not wearing a suit. Everyone was very mean to me about it. It was offensive as fuck.
No, my first question for you,
But he was in the same suit.
Wow! Wow, dude! Zelensky with the zinger! Ho ho!
And I noticed you're wearing same suit, sir.
Maybe yours is...
Shit! Cooked them!
Real quickly, upon peace, God willing we get peace, are you open to holding an election in your country?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. We are open for election, yes.
I love how you have to ask a democratically elected leader if they're open to elections. It's like, that is not a good sign immediately. Like, the questions are so, like, agenda-based, right? Like, this is the dude that lambasted Zelensky for not wearing a suit last time, all right? So, obviously, this dude is anti-Zelensky. So then he's gonna ask him a pointed fucking question like, after the war ends, are you planning on being a dictator? It's like, what are you planning on holding elections? I don't know. You've kind of stopped that. I don't know if you remember stopping that holding elections thing. Like, damn.
Have to do safety circumstances, and a little bit we need to work in the parliament because during the war you can't have elections, but we can do security. We need, maybe, how to say, we need...
Yeah. By the way, this is something that's always annoyed Trump. Trump always said you could have elections. This is one of the things he's been saying the whole time. He said they should be running elections in Ukraine even during the war. Like, I understand there's a war, I understand there's martial law, I understand this is like a technicality, technically legal to not hold elections in a democracy. But he's saying they should do it anyway because apparently the Zelensky approval ratings are not super high in Ukraine. And he keeps saying, just run an election. Just do it, bro. Just do it. You're staying in power as long as this war goes on. You have a vested interest in keeping the war going. It's kind of suspicious, bro. And Trump's wanted this for a while. So I don't think he's going to hold his tongue here.
Truth? Yes. Everywhere, in the battlefield, in the sky, in the sea. Yeah, to make possible for people to do democratic, open, legal elections.
So you say during the war you can't have elections? So let me just say.
So I told you, man, Trump is pissed. He does not like this. He doesn't like that he's using this loophole.
3.5 years from now.
Oh,
so you mean
fuck, dude. This is
happen
crazy.
to be in a war with somebody. No more elections. Oh, that's good.
Oh my God! How does he just say these things? If by complete courage, bro. If we're in a war in 3.5 years, this clip will be everywhere. This clip will age so well or so badly, okay? I'm not gonna lie. This clip will either age really well or really poorly.
I wonder what
And look at the Zelensky nervous laughter.
What the fake
You like this idea?
You love this idea, yes. He just starts war to keep out.
No.
But you understand, this is Trump kind of poking fun at Zelensky also, because you're implying that you're keeping a war going and coincidentally staying in power because of it. Right, this is obviously Trump poking at Zelensky quite a lot. I want that to like be known because that's absolutely what's happening. Like 1,000%, that is exactly what we're seeing.
Speaking of news, I got a question for you. This sounds insane for me even to ask this, but do you think the American media really doesn't even want a peace deal because they've been so critical?
Oh. A fantastic question. A truly, truly fantastic question.
Every step of the way, as you
Yep.
peace.
It's an amazing.
It is amazing.
Phenomenon.
He's right. He's right.
If in the settlement,
bro,
you got Moscow, St. Petersburg, and thousands of miles around them, they would say, "I made a bad deal." The level of hatred and animosity is incredible. Not with all. I mean, we have great people up here. We also have terrible people up there that I think are told what to say. But, you know, in solving all the wars, they don't even write about it. You know, I saw major wars. I saw wars that...
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're gay. You're good.
Have been going on for 31, 35, and 37, and a couple of quicker ones. One that was going to go into a full-blown deal very quickly. You know what the one I'm talking about? It was a big one.
India, Pakistan.
But they don't even write about that.
He's not wrong.
No matter what I do.
He's
no
not
matter
wrong.
What, and, you know, this is not anything to do with you. It's probably to your advantage in a certain way. But no matter what I do, no matter what deal I make, from my standpoint...
It's probably in your advantage in a certain way. Because I blasted you, so the media immediately took your side because the media is just anti-Trump. Yeah, welcome to American media. Everything is just Trump bad. So if Trump fights with Zelensky, then Zelensky is going to be the hero, according to the media.
You'll come out good. Maybe President Putin will come out good. But they'll say,
yeah,
Trump was absolutely horrible.
I mean, to be honest, to be fair, every single person covering the fucking Trump-Putin meeting, all the libtards and, like, all of those retards, they go out there and, like, Trump got absolutely dog-walked. Putin W. Putin's such a gangster W. It's like, dog, bro, Trump got the fucking liberals to glaze Putin. What are we doing? What is happening?
It's just it. And I've lived with that for a long time. I've lived with it.
Trump will be like, air is actually really healthy to breathe. And all the fucking media pundits are going to be holding their breath.
Since just before the first election, I used to get great publicity. Now I get the worst publicity anyone's ever gotten in office. But
he's right.
I won in a landslide, so the people understand.
He's right.
They're the only ones that count, ultimately. But I've also had great reporters. I've had journalists that are very good. But it's very sad when you do the right thing. As an example, they said, because of the fact that Vladimir Putin came to American soil, this was a tremendous defeat for Donald Trump.
True! By the way, true! These were actual headlines.
It was really wonderful that he did it. It was a hard thing for him to do, to be honest with you. It was the opposite of what they said, but they said it. Now, if he didn't come, they'd say that was also bad for Trump. Yeah.
True. Putin doesn't respect Trump. He wouldn't even show up in America to do a meeting with him. Like, he's literally right. He's literally right. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. They just hate Trump.
No way. And
they're orange phobic.
There's just a great dishonesty of the press, and I think that's why it's lost its credibility. You know,
yeah, that's why when Putin looks at the press, I'm like, yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I know that literally the press in Russia is controlled, and it's propaganda, but like the press here is propaganda just the other way. It's crazy.
Its credibility is at an all-time low. We have a thing going on right now in D.C. We went from...
Literally completely true. Literally honest. Yes, what's going on in D.C. is a nightmare. A lot of you don't know this probably because this is not in the media. But if you look it up, you'll see this is the reality. Washington, D.C. is the #1 most dangerous city on the planet. That's right, including third world cities like capital cities of any capital in any country on the planet. Washington, D.C. has the highest murder rate in the world. Okay, like double as bad as second place. All right, it is that bad. All right, so Trump wants to mobilize like the military and actually get shit working, and the media's like, no, don't arrest the criminals. Trump is he's abusing his authority. He's turning the soldiers on the American people.
The most unsafe place anywhere.
He's right.
To a place that now friends are calling me up, Democrats are calling me up, and they're saying, sir, I want to thank you. My wife and I went out to dinner last night for the...
We didn't even get robbed once. Normally, we get mugged 2 or 3 times. I keep spare wallets in different buckets for the different muggers.
First time in 4 years.
Fuck.
And Washington, D.C. is safe.
Shit.
And you did that in 4 days.
True.
I'll tell you, it's safe. I had another friend of mine. He has a son who's a great golfer. He's on tour. And he came in 4th yesterday in the big tournament where Scotty Scheffler made the great shot. And he said his son is going to dinner in Washington, D.C. tonight. I said, would you have allowed that to happen a year ago? He said, no way. No way. He said,
holy shit.
And I think the people realize it.
Dude, the people are all for this. You know, I'll be honest here. People use words like black fatigue and stuff like that. People are so tired of criminals and just criminals getting away with shit. Like, you see someone doing a crime and you're like, why the fuck is this happening in my country? Like, why is my country doing everything that they can to go after like the actual law-abiding citizens that are trying their best to fucking get a job and pay taxes? But they're not going after the criminals that are doing drugs and dealing drugs and getting into gang wars and stabbing each other and mugging each other and robbing each other and stealing stores. Like literally, I feel this way. I'm sure that other people feel this way too. It is so fucking frustrating. It really is. We live in the best country in the world, and the government is literally prioritizing making it worse for the sake of the people that are making it worse.
Press says he's a dictator. He's
true. He's right.
No, well,
he's literally, dude. I'm so glad that we're doing this. So Destiny is my favorite litmus test for this shit. Bro's great. Every time Trump does something, Destiny, we'll find a way to paint it as bad. This is the wildest one. Let me see if I can find it. I want to see the Washington, D.C. one specifically. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? Trump actually did it. This is Washington, D.C. There was another video of his that I thought was even funnier. Okay, I'm getting DC superheroes. Bro, he had a different thumbnail before. He had a thumbnail, and I showed this before. It's like, he can't do this! It's like, the city is safer, but Trump is abusing presidential powers! Like literally find the most obvious, nitpicky way to complain about it of all time. It's like, yeah, the city's safer unless people are dying, but Trump is abusing his abilities as president! All right.
I want a security for our people. But people that haven't gone out to dinner in Washington, D.C. in 2 years are going out to dinner. And the restaurants the last 2 days were busier than they've been in a long time. Thank you.
I walked around yesterday with empty. If you can walk around with D.C. with empty and not be attacked, the city is safe.
Yes.
It is such a crazy statement, by the way. Like, the fact that this needs to be said.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last week you warned of what you called severe consequences if a 30-day ceasefire or any type of ceasefire were not agreed to by Russia. Will there be severe consequences?
We'll see. He's not going to answer.
I don't think you need a ceasefire.
We'll
you know,
see.
if you look at the 6 deals that I settled this year, they were all at war. I didn't do any ceasefires. And
Peace
I know
deals,
that
baby.
it might be good to have, but I can also understand strategically why, well, you know, one country or the other wouldn't want it.
True.
You have
True.
to
He's not wrong.
And rebuild and rebuild.
He's
and,
not wrong.
Maybe.
Dude, like, for example, with the Israel-Gaza conflict, right? Like, every time there's a ceasefire, it's like Hamas takes this opportunity to reload. All right, Israel takes this opportunity to reload, and shit just starts up again. All right, like, I'll be real, it does, because realistically, Israel's goal is getting their hostages back and wiping out Hamas, and Hamas's goal is killing as many fucking people as possible because they're terrorists, rapists, pedophile murderers. So realistically, shit's not gonna end. The ceasefire's not gonna make peace. It won't. Like, I don't even know what it does. It's like everyone takes a 5-minute break, and then the next contraction starts. All right, like, what are we doing?
They don't want that. But if you look at the 6 deals that we
make a peace. Make peace, bro. He's not wrong. He's so not wrong.
I didn't do any ceasefires. Would I like the concept. You know, I like the concept.
Conceptually, ceasefires are great, but let me just remind you of the fact that every war starts because the ceasefire is violated, okay? Listen, I just mentioned Israel, Palestine, Gaza situation. Gaza fired 20,000 missiles into Israel over the last, 20 years. Like, all of them violated ceasefires. What are we doing? You know? Like, what are we doing? Israel violates ceasefires too. Realistically, everyone has their goals, and ceasefires are just a nice way to say we'll take a break and catch our breath before we can start punching each other again. He's not totally wrong.
Of a ceasefire for one reason, because you'd stop killing people immediately. as opposed to in 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever it takes. But we can work a deal where we're working on a peace deal while they're fighting. They have to fight. I wish they could stop. I'd like them to stop. But strategically, that could be a disadvantage for one side or the other. But all of these deals I made without even the mention of the words ceasefire.
Can you explain the decision to
offer
Ukraine Article 5-like security guarantees, but stop short of pushing for their full membership?
Yeah, well, we haven't done anything on that yet. If you look back and you go back long before President Putin, it was always a statement that they would never allow Ukraine into NATO. So that was a statement that was made. But we haven't discussed any of that yet.
This was one of the big issues that started the entire war. A lot of people like saying Russia's the aggressor, Russia bad. And I personally also think Russia is definitely the aggressor. But it's not like it wasn't without Ukraine prompting them or inciting them to actually become the aggressor. Ukraine was building and fortifying troops and putting people by the border and trying to get into NATO, trying to arm themselves as a nuclear power on Russia's doorstep. That was never going to happen. Ukraine absolutely contributed to prompting Russia to becoming this aggressor. And a lot of people are just literally closing their eyes because they don't want to acknowledge that. But that is the reality, whether you do like it or not.
We're going to be discussing it today. But we will give them very good protection, very good security. That's part of it. And the people that are waiting for us, they are, I think they're very like-minded. They want to help out also.
Thank you, President Trump. The United States has already given hundreds
of fucking media civil war over there.
Billions of dollars to this war effort in Ukraine.
Hundreds of billions of dollars.
At best, it is a stalemate, and the killing continues. So, President Trump, how much more is the United States willing to give you?
This dude's been asking good questions, I'm not gonna lie. He's been kind of on the pulse.
And President Zelensky, how much more do you want?
Dude, he's getting to the meat and potatoes. I don't know if this is gonna be like beneficial for like peace or anything, but like these are the real questions. How much would you give, and how much do you intend to take?
I'll start off just by saying we're not giving anything now. We're selling weapons. This
unfathomable America W. This isn't just a Trump W. This is an America W. No longer the world's piggy bank. Oh my fucking god. Well, I don't know how they're gonna spin this into being bad, but this is diabolical. Biden gave them $350 billion, and now they're buying weapons from the United States. Holy fucking shit.
This is something before, I guess the number's well over $300 billion. That was under Joe Biden, a corrupt politician.
In Joe Biden's defense, he probably didn't remember sending them $300 billion.
Not a smart man. Never was, by the way.
Weak man, stupid man. He's gay. He's gay and lame and gay. Stupid and weak. A kind of a bitch. Not gonna lie. His war. Never understand about it.
Go back 40 years. He was not a smart man 40 years ago either.
IQ was bad before dementia kicked in.
But now he's in particular bad.
Oh my god.
This was done by a corrupt administration.
Oh my god, he doesn't stop.
And frankly, if the right results of the election were given, if I were president...
He's literally hitting all of the... He's hitting every single note right now, dude. Every single note. Oh my god. Biden, weak man, always dumb, even dumber. He was president, shouldn't have been president. I won the election. Fuck that guy. He's gay.
This war would have never taken place, and he would have been very happy. Because he would have liked to have seen. I mean, they went through hell. He went through.
He is not giving away anything. He's just like kind of looking around. Like, I don't know. Am I supposed to agree? Am I supposed to disagree? Am I supposed to laugh when he says that Biden's a weak man pussy? I mean, he's not wrong. But am I supposed to laugh? Like, he's so lost.
Through hell. This war would have never happened. And the people.
And you know, by the way, who else said that the war would never happen if Trump was president? Putin. Putin said this 3 days ago. Again, I think a lot of people missed this because the media only covered how Trump was absolutely steamrolled by Putin. But in reality, if you watch my previous video where I actually covered it because I am the media now, that's why YouTube doesn't like me. Putin said that I wouldn't have started this war if Trump was president. Biden basically said to Putin, you could do a little incursion. He did. He literally said that in a speech. And realistically, we're seeing that play out right now.
That were killed, a couple of million people, a lot of people with soldiers and everything else. And the people that have been displaced and forced into other areas and other countries because of what's happened, none of that would have happened. And I'm just saying that
Ooh, the Zelensky
He was a
nod.
horrible president. Whether it was the border or this, he was just a horrible...
So, about Putin versus Zelensky. About Russia versus Ukraine. Biden, what a bitch. What a fucking loser. What a bitch. Yes, sir. What do we think about the economic situation in California? Biden, what a bitch. What about Israel versus Gaza? What a bitch that Biden was.
Horrible, corrupt president.
Corrupt and dumb and gay.
I can't think so much. So first of all,
Another thank you from Zelensky. Bro is gonna become a Pokemon named Thank You soon. He's been saying that so many times. Holy shit. Oh my god, bro got dude, Vance is fucking sitting there king of the fucking world, okay? Vance is the guy that said, have you said thank you once? Bro is sitting there king of the world. Every time Zelensky says thank you, Vance sits there mentally tapping himself on the back.
I have possibility now to buy from the United States. We are thankful for this program and this opportunity. We are thankful for Europe. They pay for this.
Another flurry of thank yous. Thank you for Europe. Thank you for America. America, good day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you allowing me to purchase your weapons. Thank you. Thank you so much. You used to wipe my ass, and now I have to buy the tissues, but thank you so much.
And through
wow.
And etc. We have some programs where we can have some money to finance this, and this is a part, I think, it's not a part for the war and to defend us. It also will be a part for security guarantees, to strengthen our army, to rearm Ukrainian army. This is very, very important, and it depends how much money we need to rearm. For example, the question of air defense, we spoke about it with President Trump, and I'm happy that we have now bilateral decisions and we work on it with production, American production. Nobody in Europe has so many...
a little bit of glazing. A little bit of glazing goes a long way. No one in Europe has American levels of weaponry and the capabilities. People in Europe, they are still busy eating baguettes and making believe that the Leaning Tower of Pisa is the straight man.
Air defense like Patriots, for example, we need it very much, and this is also about defending.
And I think, I think the good news, we make the best military equipment.
Yeah, that is the good news.
You mentioned the Patriots. How good are they?
Systems.
We have systems, they're literally 100% foolproof, and it's really like shooting two bullets. Two bullets.
Shooting a bullet with a bullet.
At a pace like this, the chance 100%. It's 99 to 100%. So we sell the equipment to NATO, and NATO does what.
Wow! Look at that.
But I know that they want you to have the equipment.
This is what we call a colossal America W. Amazing America W. We so back. This is a we so back moment for real, for real. Instead of just giving endless money, infinite check, blank check for free, you're making them pay for it 100%, dude. This is unimaginably good.
And we're getting the best equipment in the world, but they pay us for the equipment. Under Biden, it was just crazy what was going on. I mean,
obviously Zelensky preferred it when he got a blank check, but as an American, I prefer it when America actually is fucking the top dog. It's just my opinion. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Zelensky. That's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Numbers over 300. I think it could be $350 billion worth of equipment and money.
That is the first time he shook his head, and he had he keeps denying. Oh, it wasn't 350. It was only 300. It was 275.
Everything else. And we've made more progress in settling this war in the last 2 months than they made in 4 years. This should have been settled a long ago, but it should have never happened. Yeah, please.
Never would have happened.
You pushed out on social media.
Brian, go.
Can you shut up, please? Thank you.
About doing away with mail-in ballots and potentially electronic voting machines.
All right. Random question, but okay.
Well, that's a very off-topic. Just really quickly, mail-in ballots are corrupt. Mail-in ballots, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots. And we, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible that we get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to start with an executive order that's being written right now by the best lawyers in the country to end mail-in ballots because they're corrupt. And you know that we're the only country that...
I mean, to be honest, mail-in ballots are really easy to... it's really easy to do some fraud. Like, I know that we make jokes about how the 2020 election wasn't stolen. Am I right, guys? You know, China has been proven to actually have made, like, a few 100,000 fake votes. Like, this has been proven. Fake votes came in from China against Trump. Like, you know, shit like this that's really weird once you look at it. And if you have to show ID and vote in person, it really definitely helps. The fact, you know, in my personal opinion, it absolutely helps the country as a whole. It helps it be more fair. It does. Like, you're not gonna have like this, like, think about how little the discourse of stolen election would it be if everything was just, you know, not a mail-in ballot and people went in person. In my opinion, this was one of the goals of the government. Okay, all right, getting to conspiratorial territory. I think this is one of the goals of the government manufactured outrage and fear over COVID lockdowns. Because if everyone's going to be locked down forever, then you have to vote through mail-in ballots. You can't actually vote by going in person. So in my opinion, this was one of the big conspiracy theories. This basically made mail-in ballots, so mail-in ballots, no ID required, you just fucking vote. And in my opinion, if the election was stolen, not saying it was, YouTube overlords, please don't fucking cook me. I know that all my videos are getting demonetized now and you hate me, but literally I'm just suggesting, okay, just as a suggestion, that would make it a lot easier to steal an election, hypothetically. Now, I do think, all right, this is my little Nux nuance on it, I think that military members that are currently deployed in other countries should be able to do mail-in ballots, and they are the only one single exception to the rule. The one exception to the rule should be military deployed. Other than that, I don't think that there's an excuse. Now, again, this is coming from me. When Trump was running for president this time, I tried to do a mail-in ballot. I wasn't in America at the time. And I tried to vote online, I tried to vote with mail-in, and they kept refusing it. And I'll be honest, I think it's because I was voting for Trump. Listen, man, I'm telling you, I was not radicalized by the internet or by some, you know, alt-right rabbit hole. I was radicalized by personal experience. I was radicalized when I personally saw illegal immigrants get benefits from the system that I don't have. I was radicalized because I personally got a community strike on a YouTube video and a threat to take down my entire YouTube channel because I made jokes about COVID. I was radicalized because of personal life experience, okay? That's why I'm so fucking fed up with this whole bullshit system that is propped up with hair and duct tape.
The world, I believe, I may be wrong, but just about the only country in the world that uses them because of what's happened. Massive fraud all over the place. The other thing we want change are the machines. For all of the money they spend, it's approximately 10 times more expensive than paper ballots. And paper ballots are very sophisticated with the watermark paper and everything else. We would get secure elections. We'd get much faster results. The machines, I mean, they say we're going to have the results in 2 weeks.
Yeah, what's going on there?
That night.
Yeah, pretty weird, huh?
Most people, many countries use paper ballots. It's the most secure form. So between paper ballots, very, very important, paper ballots, and I think maybe even more important, the mail-in voting. We're going to end mail-in voting. It's a fraud. If you have mail-in... Yeah,
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Listen, man, if there wouldn't have been mail-in ballots, and you wouldn't be able to vote with fake ID, and there wouldn't have been these machines, all right, and let's say Trump would have lost the 2020 election that way, he really wouldn't have a leg to stand on saying it was rigged. And I'll be honest, I don't think he would say it was rigged. Because how do you rig it? Right now, it's so easy to rig. That's what's so scary about it. Again, I say this as a blue retard on the internet that understands very little about life. But from my perspective, it does seem like it's riggable. Which, I mean, listen, the conspiracy theorists, we're going to eat that shit up. I'll be real.
The one thing about mail-in voting, you will never have an honest election if you have mail-in. And it's time that the Republicans get tough and stop it. Because the Democrats want it. It's the only way.
It's weird, right? Think about how weird it is that one party wants mail-in. Like, does that not imply that only one party is benefiting from mail-in voting? It's like, you think about this every time, and if you think about it for more than a second, you realize that there's corruption. Like, come on, dude! Come on! What, Republicans get votes just like Democrats get votes. So why is it that only the Democrats want the mail-in votes? Explain that one to me, Miss Frizzle.
Get elected. Because with men and women's sports and with transgender for everybody and open borders and all of the horrible things, and now the new thing is they love crime. True,
the crime party.
Washington, D.C. safe, going to get
mugged,
beaten up or killed.
Based.
Like all the people you've been watching get so badly hurt. I'm glad, I hate to take your time on this, but I'm glad you asked me that question. We're going to stop mail-in ballots because it's corrupt. You know, when you go to a voting booth and you do it...
It's crazy. You need a guy like Trump in office to do shit like this. Like, he'll just be like, okay, so there's this thing that was just kind of, like, accepted, and it's not right, and we're stopping it. And I don't care. okay? And your feelings are hurt, and the press will write spin articles, and I don't care, okay? And I don't fucking care. The I don't care attitude, like the zero fucks given attitude, is easily some of the most appealing, manly shit of all time. It really is. It absolutely is. 100%. It oozes masculinity.
And you go to a state that runs it properly. You go in, they even ask me. They asked me for my license plate, for identity. I said, I don't know if I have it. He said, sir, you have to have it. I was very impressed, actually. But it's very hard to...
They made Donald Trump the most recognizable man on the planet. His license plate number.
Cheap. With mail-in voting, as you know what happens in California, it's so corrupt, where some people get 5, 6, 7 ballots delivered to them. We got to stop. The Republicans have to lead the charge. The Democrats want it because they have horrible policy. If you have mail-in voting, you're not going to have many Democrats get elected. That's bigger than anything having to do with redistricting, believe me.
Damn.
And the Republicans have to get smart. We're not going to have a country. I said for a long time at rallies...
He's right.
You need...
Look, man, I say with no hyperbole that if Trump wouldn't be president right now and Kamala Harris would have won, America would be cooked. Trump dodged a bullet and we dodged a nuke.
Borders, and you need free and fair elections.
He's right.
Those two things.
Zero
Otherwise,
lies
we don't
detected.
have it. We have strong borders now. In 90 days, Mr. President, we didn't have 0, in 3 months. Not one person came in illegally into our
Holy
country.
base. How do you hate this man? Like, how do you hate this man as president? Like, how do you hate this man? Okay, because he's on maybe the Epstein list, okay? Okay, so understandable. But as far as a president goes, bro is effective as fuck. He is so fucking effective in this regard. Like, this is the best thing that he did, for sure. And it's such a huge W. That and shifting the Overton window, which I think is such a big deal also.
I find that hard to believe, but it's run by a little bit of a liberal group that put out the numbers, so I guess it's, but 0, 0, and 0.
Massive W.
You go back a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 millions of people.
Unbelievable.
Poured into our country.
It's an invasion. It's treason. I want to see some rich people going to jail. Can we please put some rich people in jail, please? I don't even care if they're guilty or not, okay? Just put them away so I can be satisfied that rich people face consequences too, okay? Okay, I don't care. Go arrest the Roblox CEO or some shit, okay? I don't know. Like, put him away, all right? Listen, man, I don't care. Someone.
What guarantees do you need from President Trump to be able to make a deal? Is it American troops, intelligence, equipment? What is it?
Everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Trump wasn't happy about that. Don't be greedy, Zelensky. Remember to say thank you, okay? Remember, deep throat.
Includes 2 parts. First, strong Ukrainian army. That's what I began to discuss with your colleagues. And it's a lot about weapon and then people and training missions and intelligence. And second, we will discuss with our partners. It depends on the big countries, on the United States, on a lot of our friends.
Mr. President,
all right, nothing answer.
NATO-like protection in order to get President Zelensky to a deal today.
Well, I don't know if you define it that way, but NATO-like, I mean, we have people waiting in another room right now. They're all here from Europe, biggest people in Europe, and they want to give protection. They feel very strongly about it, and we'll help them out with that. I think it's very important. I think it's very important to get the deal.
All right, base.
You've been involved with the peacekeeping in Ukraine since your first day in administration. What would you say to the Ukrainian people right now who are suffering under the Russian attacks and hoping that the American people will stand with them?
Well, I know Ukrainian people. I've known many over the years. They're great people. They're smart. They're energetic. They love their country.
So smart, energetic, and smart. So in love with their country.
I mean, they love their country, and we want to get this war in.
That was a joke, obviously. No, obviously, I don't care. I don't care for war personally. I really feel so bad for like your average civilian in Ukraine. I think that they are the victim. Okay, they are the victim. You can blame Ukraine for poking and prodding Russia and trying to, but that's not the average Ukrainian citizen's fault. I feel so bad. My heart goes out to every single civilian in Ukraine that has this shit happening to them. I'll be real. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. War sucks. I'll have you know.
All I can do. I love the Ukrainian people, but I love all people. I love the Russian people. I love them all. I want to get the war stopped.
Based.
Very important.
He's right. Good response. Obviously, look how unhappy Zelensky is to hear that response. I love the Ukrainian people, but I also love the Russian people, even though he's just completely right. He's completely right. Like, you cannot blame an individual person for a gigantic war that they really had no control over, you know? Yeah, no, it's sad, bro. It's sad. Every time civilians are killed, it's tragic. Honestly, every time soldiers are killed, it's tragic. Unless, you know, they deserve it for whatever reason. It's just so sad, man. So sad. Humans, am I right?
Was there any aspect of your discussion with Vladimir Putin that left you disappointed?
Look, we just spoke to, I was just telling the president, I just spoke to President Putin indirectly, and we're going to have a phone call right after these meetings today. And we may or may not have a trilat. If we don't have a trilat, then the fighting continues. And if we do, we have a good chance. I think if we have a trilat, there's a good chance.
Dude, all right. Dude, crazy. Dude, everyone in the world respects American might right now. Like, you see some retards on Twitter saying, actually, everyone in the world thinks Trump is a loser. Yeah, all right. Well, Trump is going to be doing a meeting with Putin and Zelensky. All right? Putin, Zelensky, and Trump. Not Putin, Zelensky, and Macron, okay? All right? Not Putin, Zelensky, and a Palestine activist, okay? All right, I'll be real. I'll just be honest.
He's expecting my call when we're finished with this meeting. Thank you very much, everybody.
This was a really good meeting. It was. To see the evolution since the last meeting, I think was super important for the American people and for the public and for the history books. This will be in the history books. I actually genuinely hope for peace, and I think it could happen. I think we could see a peace deal done within the next few weeks. I pray to God that does happen, and that you know, less innocent people are getting killed constantly. It's truly a tragic situation. It really, really is. Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed. The libtard freakouts over this is like so misplaced. It's crazy. It's like, instead of trying to end the war, they are trying to paint Trump as a bad guy because Trump didn't end the war faster. Like, I am not even kidding with you. If Jesus came back from the dead, okay, these people would say, what took you so long? Stay weird, fan. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fan.